Welcome students to the third video session of BMS 002 Management Functions, and in this video session we are going to cover marketing mix. What is marketing mix? What is 4P, that is product, price, promotion, place, and we will also study or discuss with you about 4P, that is marketing mix from the perspective of an NGO, that is non-government organization. So let us start our discussion in this video session about marketing mix. The first question that may come to your mind is, what is this marketing mix? What is this that I am asking 4P? What is this product, price, promotion, place mix? So to understand about marketing mix, it is nothing but a set of controllable, means which can be controllable marketing variable or activities that the firm blends to produce the response it wants from the target market. Means these are those controllable marketing variable or activities. What are those controllable marketing variables or activities? They are product, price, promotion and place, which a business organization or firm will be requiring to blend with their product so that it can respond to the requirement of a target market. In other language, it is also considered as set of those marketing tools which the firm would like to pursue for its marketing objective in the target market. This concept was originally proposed by a well-known marketer and academic, Mr. E. McCarthy, and it provides a framework for marketing decision making. In very simple word, what is marketing mix? Marketing mix also helps in providing a framework for marketing decision making, means decision making from marketing perspective. So the first feature or the first ingredient or the first controllable variable or the first controllable activity under marketing mix is product. What is product? So in a very simple language, product is nothing but the good or services which are offered by an organization. It can be a product, it can be a good, or it can be a services. So once from now understand this product from marketing concept point of view. Once the need of the consumer is identified, so it is duty or it is obligation on the part of the business organization to plan the product. Just keep on analyzing whether the product is still satisfied the need of that product which was originally planned or not, and determine which kind of challenges it will require. Just try to understand that a particular firm or organization has identified the need or the want of a particular consumer. Now they would like to compare whether the existing product is fulfilling the need and want, or let's say consumer satisfaction or not. If it is, then there is no problem, but if it is not, then it will have to replan the product. So I just want to re-emphasize again for your understanding that under the first controllable activity, that is product, under marketing mix, is just like that it is for a business organization that first they need to identify what are the need and want of a target consumer, and then try to see whether that need or want is linking with the product feature or not, or in simple word, that the product feature or the qualities or the services that it is going to offer is matching with the consumer satisfaction or not. If it is matching, then it is a fine, and if it is not matching, then an organization need to determine what are the necessary changes to be induced in a product so that, or services, so that it can satisfy the need or want of the consumer. Now the second controllable activity under marketing mix that we are going to discuss is price. Price, what is price? Price is nothing but money that a consumer has to pay for availing the services or benefits from the good. So price must be considered as the value of the product to become an effective marketing tool. This means that a price plays a very important role in the marketing of any individual product or its services. How? That we are going to see in different part of our discussion. The third is promotion. What is promotion? Promotion is basically an aspect of selling and advertising or communicating the benefit of the product or service to the target customers or the market segment where this product is basically targeted. Or in a simple word, all those communication or promotional tools. It can be advertising, it can be personal selling, it can be sales promotion, it can be direct marketing. So all these kind of tools, communication promotional tools, will be coming under the domain of promotion, by which way you can generate, an organization can generate about awareness, about the knowledge, so that one can create a footprint, image footprint in the mind of the end consumer or target group, whether it is in a target market or in a particular segment. And promotion also includes, for your kind information, promotion also includes selling through advertising as well as sales force. So what kind of sales promotion? Sometimes sales promotion words come into the knowledge, that all those promotional activities which can contribute towards increasing the sale. Let's say, an example, giving a discount or free ships, or purchase one get one free, or purchase one get two free. And advertising could be print mode, non-print mode, or through social media mode. So promotion also includes selling through advertising as well as the sales promotion through sales force of the organization. And the fourth controllable activity under the marketing mix will be place. So place we can see as physical distribution, means by which channel, by which mode the actual product will be coming to the end consumer or the target group customer from the business organization. So place will cover all those aspects of channels of distribution through which product will move from the organization to the end consumer. Though in place or physical distribution, the marketing activities may also include logical aspect of distribution, such as where is to be warehousing, what could be the transportation mode, and whether it need to be as per the geographical requirement of the product. Let us take the example. Suppose if an organization is into the ice cream or milk, all are very perishable good. Perishable goods are those goods which have very small shelf life. So in those marketing of those goods, especially from the physical distribution point of view, it will be very important about location of the warehouse, transportation, because the company will be requiring transportation through freezers, so that product could be maintained in a particular temperature range. So warehousing, transportation, multiple channel, whether the organization will be transporting the goods directly to the consumer, or it will be requiring some intermediaries or retailers or wholesaler for distribution of its products to the end consumer. And it is also concerned with selection of distribution channels. What are the distribution channels? Distribution channels have different mode. One is single distribution channel, wherein the product is going directly from the organization business firm to the consumer directly. There is no intermediary. That is known as almost no channel or zero channel. Direct it is going from business organization, business houses to the consumer. Second will be one single channel, in which what will happen, the product will move to the warehouse, or let's say wholesalers, and wholesaler will directly distribute it to the consumers. Now two level channel, what will happen in two level channel, the product will move from the organization or the producer to the wholesaler to the retailers, and retailers to the end consumers. So depending upon the product features, depending upon the characteristic of the product, depending upon the target customers, the market it is going to serve, the different firms, they evolve different type of distribution channel strategies for marketing and channelizing or distributing their products. Okay, now let us understand from a pictorial perspective about what are these 4 P's. You see in this figure there are two important things. One is market segment and then marketing research. So what is this? So first firm go for marketing research, means analyzing the market by different tools, that who are the target customers, in which market segment are they, how to target those customers. So these kind of study are generally under the domain of marketing research. Marketing research is all those kind of research and study, identifying, implementing all those statistical tools just to know who are your consumer, what they want, how your product should reach to the consumer. So entire this study will be coming under domain of marketing research. From this marketing research, 4 dimensions you can see, and these 4 dimensions are nothing but marketing mix, that is controllable activities under the domain of marketing. The first will be product, that is about product planning, whether a firm need to introduce a new product, what, or if it is not introducing a new product, so what could be improvement. This entire understanding and input will be coming from marketing research, whether a firm requires improvement in the existing product or not. So as we were discussing in the previous just before that a particular firm will have to see whether they will be requiring a new product in the market or they will require any kind of improvement in existing products. Accordingly, they will have to differentiate different strategies for either launching a new product or launching an improved version of a product. They will have to see the elimination of marginal or non-profitable products. May like to see that here a new concept that you might have studied will also come in the picture, that is product life cycle. Just for your understanding, every product which it is launched in the market has 4 definite stages. The first is introduction, then it is growth, then it is maturity, and then it is decline. So what I mean to convey to you is that for elimination of marginal or non-profitable products means whatever the products finding in the range of maturity stage or decline stage, a particular firm will have to decide whether they want to put improved version or improved feature in a product so that that particular product is moved from again in stable maturity or removing or it from the decline phase. But if maybe the possible that the product is in decline phase and it is no longer profitable for the particular firm, so they will have no other option but to withdraw that product from the market. Also, 2 important things under product planning will be about the packaging and the branding of the product. Sometimes packaging itself is a feature which attracts towards the consumer, and it may also be requiring as per the consumer satisfaction. Branding plays very important role, how we will discuss in the next slide how branding is important for NGO. Second, we come for pricing. This is another controllable variable for the marketing activity, and in the pricing 3 important criteria that we need to see is first the profit margin, means the difference between the cost of producing the product and basically what is at the price when at which the firm is going to launch in the market for its selling. So difference between the sale and the cost of the price will determine profit margins. Secondly, sales at different prices. Here there are different pricing strategy. This is not in the domain of this particular session, but for your understanding I will say that sometime it is known as penetrating pricing. What is penetrating pricing? When the product is new into the market and there are several competitive products are available in the market. So what would be the strategy of the pricing for the company? What they will do is they will go for penetrating pricing, means penetrate in the market. How you will penetrate in the market? By keeping the lowest price as compared to the competitive products. So this is one of the strategy. Second could be like for skimming the price, skimming pricing. What will happen in that kind of pricing? The firm will keep the price at the highest level so that only those customers which are purely interested in the product and they are fulfilling the customer's need or want, they will purchase. So they will skim through this pricing skimming strategy, and at the later phase what will happen? They will keep on lowering down the price so that the scope of the consumer will further increase. And the third important point will be right price at the right place and the right market. If the price is higher from the perspective of the consumer, they may shift to some similar competitive product. So it is very important for a firm to give a right price mix for its product. Now come to promotion mix. What will happen under promotion? Advertising, sales for selling, sales promotion, all those promotion mix that we have discussed in the previous slides will come under promotion. And finally, place, that is physical distribution, the kind of distribution channel they want, whether it is a single mode or multiple mode, what will be the logistics required for the distribution, whether it is warehousing, its insurance or its transportation. All those factors will play very important role in deciding about this controllable activity that is known as physical distribution or the place. Now we should try to discuss this marketing controllable activity, that is product, price, promotion and place from tabular perspective. What will happen in product? Product design means the feature of the product, its branding, its packaging, product life cycle. Very important, the 4 different stages of the product will determine whether the product has to continue in the market or it has to be withdrawn. So along with the product there will be services. So under services they can see that whether free services to be given or mandatory services or level of different services. The next will be price setting, price strategy, whether we are going for the penetrative pricing or we are going for the skimming pricing or top-up pricing, discount, premiums, allowances, rebates, all will this come under consideration of the controllable feature, that is price. Third will be promotion mix, like advertising, sales promotion, direct selling, public relation, mass. Now under advertising, what could be, which kind of message strategy, which kind of message through advertising this firm is going to give to the consumer, what could be the advertising channel, whether it will be a print or electronic or a combination of these two or social media. This will be coming under strategy for the channel. Then message frequency, this is also very important, whether a firm wants advertising message to be at every hour or daily or a particular time period in a particular day or weekly or fortnightly or monthly, depending upon the product or depending upon the requirement of the services or depending upon the message frequency. Sometimes even a firm decides that they would like to broadcast their advertising in particular hour, let's say 9 p.m. 9 to 10 p.m. when the TRP rating of a particular channel or particular serial or particular program is on the higher side. So when any organization is going to send their advertisement in that TRP zone, definitely the cost of advertising will be on the higher side. The fourth will be place, that is physical distribution, the strategy, whether they want intensive physical distribution or they want exclusive physical distribution or they want selective physical distribution. This will come under distribution strategy. Who will be the channel members, what will be the channels, different level, whether it will be direct or intermediary or wholesaler or retailers. This decision will be coming under controllable variable of place under marketing mix. Now we would like to understand or let you enhance your understanding about the benefit or services provided to the target group by an NGO from an extended version of marketing mix. Just now, before that, our discussion was concentrated on 4 P's of marketing mix, that was product, price, promotion, place. Now we are extending it to 7 P, that is people, that is process and physical evidence. Now let us enhance your understanding about these 7 P's from NGO perspective, because we are studying a course on NGO. So develop your understanding. What is price for an NGO? Price for NGO is nothing but fund, means external donation, which an NGO will be requiring from donors or philanthropists for launching their program or implementing their welfare project. So price under NGO perspective in marketing mix will be known as fund. Secondly, promotion. What is the requirement of promotion for the NGO? This question come to your mind. It is very much required because an NGO will be requiring communication tools like advertising or public relation for providing information to their respective stakeholders. Who are their stakeholders? The stakeholders are donors or programs or projects run by the NGO, because NGO will definitely require funding from their external donors to carry out their program or their services in their target zone. The third will be place. The question comes to your mind is, what is the requirement of physical distribution of place for the NGO? It is very much required, because location of the project, where the program is running by NGO, ease of access of the project by in terms of location where the programs are running and services, different services are offered by NGO by external donors, because if it is accessible for them, so they can easily go to that place and oversee the effect of the project, how well they are running the program or the project by the NGO, and this will depend upon your decision making whether they are going to fund the project or program of NGO or not. And the next will be, I am now extending from beyond 4P. The fifth P is people. What is the importance of NGO from marketing perspective about the people? Important, because the people are those who are basically working for the program and projects run by the NGO. So if NGO is lucky or they have some good strategy to identify good human resources for running their program and project, so it will multiply into success ratio of that particular NGO. And the next point is process, the way NGO programming being run or projects being implemented, because this is also going to impact on the donor's perspective. Because if a donor, external donor, sees that NGO is very successful in implementing the different programs that it is being run, the probability of getting donation will be higher. And finally, physical evidence, giving evidence of the NGO product or services offered by the NGO to donors. So physical evidence here, communication channel will be very important, because the donors will be also coming, you will be communicating as an NGO representative, you will be communicating to the donors through multiple channels about the evidence of the NGO product and services, and they will be coming to their respective places where the NGO programs are being run or the services, welfare programs run by the NGO. Now, why marketing is important for the NGO? Because NGO is basically a non-profit organization. So there are 4 keywords for marketing for the NGO, that is non-profit organization, and it can be understood as ACEI. What is that? Attract new donors or supporters for the NGO program on projects. C, what is C? C means connect with identified donors. E means engage with NGO constituents. And fourth is inspire the community in general. So whenever we are discussing about marketing for NGO or a non-profit organization, its objective is basically coming around 4 different things. The first is attract the new donors or supporters for the program or services of an NGO. Second will be connect, means you connect with identified or targeted group of donors. Third is engage with your NGO constituents, and the fourth is inspire the entire community in general by your work, by your program, by your services that an NGO is offering in a particular domain or target group area. So what are other important features from the marketing perspective for an NGO? The first is creating a brand awareness. NGO itself is a brand. We all know the famous NGOs. So the name that they have created, it is itself is a brand, and it creates awareness and it invites donors. So NGO is a brand, and through marketing they can create brand awareness. NGO brand awareness. Second is fundraising through donations. The more people know about NGO, the more they will get potential donors, and this can be done by creating donor membership. The third will be recruiting volunteers. So NGO brand will connect to potential volunteers who would like to serve or offer their voluntary activities with particular NGO. So again, branding will be important. So NGO branding will also help in recruiting volunteers. And fourth is this branding can communicate NGO programs and services to the general mass. So with this, I just like to give a brief revision that what we had discussed in today's video session. So I had told you that marketing mix is nothing but set of controllable marketing variable or activities that a firm blends to produce the response it wants from the target market. Then we had understood about marketing mix, the four controllable attributes of marketing. The first was the product, the second was price, the third was promotion, and fourth was place, that is physical distribution. After that we have again improved learning, enhanced learning about different features under 4 P's of, that is product, price, promotion and marketplace. And finally what we have done, we have extended the understanding about 4P of marketing mix to 7P from NGO perspective, that is product, price, promotion, place, people, process and physical evidence. With this, the today's session is over and we will meet in the next video session for BMS 002, that is management function. Till then, thank you and bye for your understanding.